Oh, the camera. You want to take your badge off?
I'm sorry.
And I should too.
Okay. So there was 11 seconds left on the clock. I had just gotten fouled, and I'm headed to the foul line to shoot 2 shots. But before I could get there, my coach calls a timeout. And as my team walks to the huddle, he looks me square in the eyes and says, as soon as James makes these 2 foul shots, and then my mind went blank. I didn't hear another word he said because the gravity just hit me. That the city of Oxnard's 5th grade boys basketball championship is on the line. How could I think at a time like this I was so incredibly nervous? So after an eternity of my coach unintelligibly babbling along because I couldn't understand what he was saying at that point in time, I walk as slow as humanly possible back to the foul line. And the ref bounces me the ball, puts 2 fingers in the air and says, shooting 2, relax in the first. So I put the basketball in between my hands, clammy hands, and get in my shooting posture and shoot the ball, and it's, of course, nothing but net. Then the referee rebounds the ball, bounces it to me again, that says, shooting 1, play on the miss. And then if my hands were clammy then, they were super drenched now. My knees were like jelly. I'm surprised I didn't fall over, but somehow I mustered up the courage and the strength to get back in my shooting posture and just let it fly. For the second the ball left my fingertips, I could feel it veer slightly to the left. But the benevolence of the rim popped the ball up, then it clanked off the right side of the rim, then it hit the backboard, and then it fell through the net. And it's funny what you could learn about yourself and in life just from a couple of seconds, because a couple of seconds before I made the shot, I was filled with fear. I was filled with doubt, worry, other negative emotions. A couple of seconds after I made the shot, I was filled with relief, joy, happiness. Not because I made those 2 shots, not because my team won a championship, but because I was faced with an adverse situation and I rose to the challenge. And ever since that moment, I've been kind of obsessed with the growth that comes from challenging situations. And it's something that I live my life by. And I encourage you, I implore you to go ahead and think that way if you don't do so already. So, after this meeting with your new found drive for greatness, I'm going to leave you with 3 tips that I try to live my life by. So number 1 is have the courage to identify areas of improvement within yourself. And then after you identify those, you need to be honest with yourself. Right? You need to be honest with yourself and be critical. Very much of what we're doing here. So I think I'm talking to the correct group. Right, after that, you need to place yourself in adverse situations that you were afraid of. And that's the most important part. That's where growth starts. Right, that's where the meat and the tire hits the road. And then lastly, you need to know your end goal. Right. Some weaknesses aren't weaknesses if you never wanted to be, say, a program manager, but you didn't need to take control of schedules, understand schedules, and chain events and stuff, right? So you need to know what you want to do. And then that will help you refine the weaknesses you need to improve, the strengths you need to hone, so on and so forth. So everyone here has strengths, goodnesses they bring to the world. But imagine what you can do and the person you can be if you maxed out your potential. How great of a father, mother, daughter, husband could you be? Right? So it's kind of cliche and everyone says it, but it's really 100% true. What doesn't kill you really doesn't make you stronger. Thank you.